Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are working with soft pastels. So what is the difference between oil pastels and soft pastels? Soft pastels are more chalky, they have a lot of pigment, but also they have a lot of dust and they smudge a lot. So you have to know how to work with them because they require detailed, careful work. Today I'm going to do a very basic drawing with you. We are going to draw Mulan. Mulan's movie is coming into theaters on September 4th. It's a Disney movie because Mulan is a Disney princess. So I just wanted to do Mulan as an example of a simple drawing for today. If you want to draw with me in real time with all the tips and techniques that I know, you can go to my Patreon website, patreon.com/Ece Gurler. This is the first time I'm working with the pastel pencils, so we will see how it goes. This is gonna be fun. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you like this video in the end. Let's draw our princess. I used CANVA's pastel mat for this video and I shared all the materials I used in the description part if you're interested. Now, let's talk about my experience. Ugh. Lots of dust. Just like this, I'll be sharing my first reaction of each fact before I explain in detail. So these were difficult to work with in the beginning for me. Their chalky nature was something I was not used to at all. So they are not like colored pencils as they don't stay on the paper and the pigment is very versatile. That's why I started from the top, so I reduced the risk of smudging to minimum. I tried to use different shades of yellow and some white in the face, but it's hard to tell. Wow, this is something. Yes, getting the smaller details like eyes and mouth was so tough because I can't get my pencil sharp enough to draw those small details, honestly. So it was a struggle for me, especially in the eye area. I couldn't get the result I wanted to. Well, that did not work. Gonna smudge. So answer to this question is wherever your finger fits in, do blend with your finger because the blending stump tends to remove the lower layer, which is really annoying. Cut and tip didn't work well either. But definitely blending stump is a good choice for smaller areas and borders or outlines. I really did enjoy blending with my finger. Wow, very interesting. What I found interesting here is they work very differently from other mediums that I'm used to. If you want to use different colors and blend them, I recommend you to go from darker to lighter one with your finger without applying much pressure. It will require multiple layers, of course, to get what you want, depending on the color. I also realized if you apply too much pressure with your pencil, you flatten the tooth, which is bad because then the pigment won't have anywhere to hold on to. So forget about layering in that case. So make sure that you don't apply too much pressure so that you damage the tooth of the paper. Here, I don't know if you can see the different green tones that I tried to use on her clothing, but definitely I tried 3 different shades of green there. Oops. I cannot mention enough how careful you must be while working with pastel pencils or soft pastels. They feel and act like chalk, so you must be careful where you put your hands to while drawing. Actually, this reminded me of the times that I had to write on the chalkboard in school. Yeah, I'm that old. Here I'm trying to finish Mushu. I think because my hand got used to the pencil at this point. While drawing Mushu, I think I did a better job drawing fine details with black pastel pencil. For example, there on the right arm of Mushu, the red part looks light because I lost the tooth of the paper there, so pigment doesn't stick. So in order to avoid that again, don't apply too much pressure. This is fun. This is actually fun. I don't know if all the pastel pencils are like this or it's because of the set I have. I fell in love with some colors. They were so bright. This blue, for example, here was my favorite. And also this yellow was beautiful. Sharpen it. Nice. Okay, look at this. Watch this. It's already broken. I think at least 4 times while sharpening my pencil broke, no matter how careful I was. So I think this was the most frustrating thing about pastel pencils for me. Now you see I'm adding giant cherry blossoms, and after I add all the colors I want to use, I blend them in the direction that I want. In this case, from top to bottom of the individual flower petal. It was hard to get the colors I wanted for the second flower, and I really don't know why, but as you can see, I'm adding all these pink tones, and then I add some off-white for the highlighted areas, and I blended them with my finger from top to bottom of the petal. But of course, where Mushu's feet were was difficult for me to blend because they tend to blend into each other, that red and pink. Interesting. What I found interesting here is that how stick eraser or eraser pencil worked perfect in terms of sharpening the borders or outlines, whatever you call them, and clean out those tiny smudgy areas. It also worked great on Mushu, where I erased the black outline a little bit to make it thinner, so it looked nicer. Eraser worked perfectly around the hair as well, so that I was able to create smooth edges. In overall though, for bigger areas, definitely kneaded eraser works best. I think it was a smart move on my part to start pastel pencils with something easy and get my hands used to it. Definitely more pastel pencil tutorials are coming, and I'm going to do more beautiful and more complicated works for you. For my narrated real-time tutorials, visit my Patreon at patreon.com/Ece Gurler. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I post a tutorial for you. I'll see you in my next tutorial then. Bye! Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and visit my website ecegurler.com. Stay with art and love.